Hey you, thanks for stopping by. My name's Zelina, and today I wanted to talk to you about one of my gratitude practices. I got this from Jake Ducey, who got this from Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor has shared this numerous times. And he had originally given this to a friend who was struggling and was kind of having a hard time, and asked him what they should do. And he said, well, if you do exactly what I tell you, and you do it every day, this will make a big difference. So there's 3 parts to this, and depending on how long it takes you to get through the parts, you could do this in as little as 10 minutes. So real quick, I'm going to give you kind of a brief overview. And I don't do this every day because I have a similar practice in my daily 6-phase meditation. But today I was kind of struggling because I got sick last week. And whenever I get sick, I revert back to all bad habits and behaviors, and go into like survival mode, and where I just struggle to do like the very basic things that need to be done. And then having 2 toddlers, makes it, well, the plus side is I can't revert back to the where I would just lay in bed and watch TV and do nothing, because I have to care for them. So I digress. I want to move on. I wanted to share this practice with you because it really helped me. Last year, I used to do it every day, and it helped me kind of get my head in the right space and in the right frame of mind to start the day. And then if I could just revisit like this list whenever I found myself getting worked up or listening to that negative voice in my head, or starting to be kind of dwelling on negative feelings, this would help me kind of level set. So really the intention of this exercise is it helps shift your vibration. It shifts your mood, your attitude into that like good energy, good vibration. This totally sounds woo-woo, and I'm sorry. But it's really I was never in sports. I was really bad at anything athletic, so I don't necessarily understand the athletic mindset. So this is kind of my interpretation of what I think it is it's like getting your head in the game, getting you focused on the right things and on the things that matter. So just to preface it real quick, there's 3 things. We're going to work on gratitude, forgiveness, and then a meditation. So I'm going to give you some so let's start with gratitude. So Bob's instructions are: write 10 things that you are grateful for. And when I first started, I just wrote willy-nilly stuff, anything that was coming to mind, trying to get through the exercise fast. And I'm going to give you some pointers to help you. You don't have to do it this way. You could do it any way you want. But here's the way I start it now, and I kind of structured it just because then I get the most benefit and the most like emotional uplift. So I start with love. So I do 3 to 4 things that I love, that I'm grateful for. Usually this is my husband and my children. But it's not like them just in general. It's very specific things. Like I am grateful to my husband for making my coffee every morning, or making my coffee this morning. I'm grateful to Joey for he just makes me smile all the time. He's such a happy little soul. I just love him. I'm grateful for Evie, because she's so spunky and feisty, and see how that lifts my mood, and how I love talking about them. You want to find those type of things to be grateful for. Because again, the purpose of this is to lift you up, get you in the right mindset to go forward and conquer the day. So the next thing, kind of the next category I shift into is 3 things on kind of safety comfort. And usually it's like and a lot of times the way I kind of phrase it is I'll just write the thing, but in my mind I'll say, I am so happy and grateful for my house. It's a beautiful house that provides shelter and is a place for us to live. And then I'm so happy and grateful for my car providing reliable transportation for me and my children. And then kind of, I'm so happy and grateful for my Keurig maker for working because it broke last week and we had to wait for a part. So I'm so happy and grateful to have my coffee today. And then my third category is practical, and I try to pick 3 things that are more practical of, like, I am so grateful for my iPhone that lets me record these videos. I'm so happy and grateful for you because you stopped by, and this is the feedback I need, because the more people that watch these, the more I know I'm getting better at delivering a message. And ultimately my goal is I want to help people. I want to help people level up, and I still don't know exactly what that means, but that is kind of the driving initiative in my life right now. And so 10 things you're grateful for. And then the next part of it is forgiveness. And it's kind of a practice I still don't understand, and the 6-phase meditation kind of covers this on why this is powerful. And again, he doesn't necessarily completely understand, but it definitely shifts the energy. It shifts I don't know how to describe it, but I do feel the shift in energy. So it's pick 3 people you need to forgive or you want to forgive. So I try not to pick anything like a big hurt or a big wrongdoing, because that tends to pull me down into a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. So usually I'll start with something small. So my something small today is I forgive Victoria for taking the Corningware dish that we've had in our family. It was one of the first dishes Daniel and I ever bought together for over 20 years. And she took it when we happened to be making something and we needed the dish. And Daniel was so angry about the dish. And I'm like, it's just a piece of glass. It's not a big deal. We can figure out some sort of other replacement. We could use something else right now. It could be an emotional big thing, but it's something where I know Victoria just was looking for a dish. This met her needs. She didn't think we were going to notice. She wasn't intending to hurt us. I forgive her and let it go. Also, one of the things I try to visualize something of turning the hurt into an object. Let me lift my hand up a little bit more. And seeing the object float away. And there's a scene in Practical Magic where she lifts up this bowl of all the things that she has for her spell. And the wind comes along and takes it away and transfers, the ingredients to the wind. And in theory, in the movie, one of the items actually makes it to her intended true love. I don't necessarily see it that way, but I just see it as releasing the hurt and watching it fly away. So one of the other visualizations I like to is thinking of a dandelion and turning it into a dandelion and blowing on it, and the things just dispersing and floating away. So first thing was like a small thing. Next thing was like a hurt feeling. So this one may sound a little bit lame, So sometimes my feelings get hurt by the toddlers because they might reject me or, so one example is Evie. Before, I used to be the one that laid Evie down to bed. We would read her stories. Daniel and Joey would go to Joey's room. I would hold her, and I would sing to her Ma Belle, Evangeline, and then lay her down. Well, for a couple months now, she hasn't wanted me. She wants Daniel. So, as part of our good night routine, we do this. So she touches her finger to mine, and this is kind of like our symbol for I love you. And there will be times where she doesn't do it, and most of the time, I know she's just a toddler and it's not a big deal, but there are days I have where it really hurts my feelings, that I do feel rejected. So today was that. I picked that I forgive Evie, because there is no malintent. She's a baby. She feels whatever she feels in the moment, and she loves me all the time. It's not a symbol of she doesn't love me anymore. Don't be ridiculous. And then the third thing is I forgive myself. And even in my 6-phase meditation, the person I forgive most often is myself. And I think in another video I'll share some progress I've made in the realm of anger. But I always pick something in myself to forgive. Like, most of the time it's usually losing my temper with the littles, or getting frustrated, or yelling. Because I don't want to be those things. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be snapping at them. I don't want to be yelling or arguing, or this sounds, in my head, the word threatening sounds really bad. But it's like, I don't want to threaten to take a toy because they're not complying, or I don't want to take away a thing to make them do something. We just do the things because they need to be done. So a lot of times I have to forgive myself for something I did in the day, or yesterday, or even this morning in our morning routine, to just let it go. And then, so that's the 3. And I'll just recap real quick for forgiveness if you're writing this down. So I pick a small thing to forgive, I pick a hurt feeling to forgive, and then I pick something about myself that I want to forgive. And then the last part, the third part of this, is 5 minutes of like meditation. And it doesn't have to be like traditional meditation. It could be just 5 minutes you listen to like soothing music, and you just kind of just focus on breathing in and out, and just kind of getting in that right vibration of just, I was in band for 7 years. I never conducted. Well, I did a couple times and it was terrible, but because I have a hard time, I can't keep rhythm to save my life. I need like something that does it for me. But one of the visualization techniques I use as this now, when I do it, is I consider it like my own room of requirement. I forget, Bob Proctor calls it something, a room of something. But I kind of see it as a room in my mind palace of where I go to kind of clear my head, to be creative, to just be myself. And one of the funny things about this room now is we had this old couch, or not old, we had this couch, and it was microfiber, looked like leather. Most comfortable couch in the history of the world. I'm so sorry we had to get rid of the couch. And the swing-back chair that we used to have in our living room. So they are now in that room because they were so comfortable, and and now in that room are all 5 of my Yorkies. And I'm either laying on the couch or sitting in the recliner, and the dogs are sitting around me, and I am just sitting there in peace, just breathing in, breathing out. You can do the box breath, which is like breathe in for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, hold for 5. I have a hard time with that. I have real issues with suffocation. So holding my breath in any kind of way of seeing that will kind of make me feel panicky. So, and I've been practicing for years, and I still, there's times where I can do it just fine, and other times where I start to feel anxious and I abandon that. A lot of times I'll just breathe in slow all the way till I can't take any more in, hold 2, 3, and then slowly release, and then start again on the inhale. And, kind of set a timer. So then, or if you have like a 5-minute song or where you can kind of feel, and realistically, you don't have to do it for 5 minutes. Just feel where you feel like that sense of peace and calm, and wait until you're ready. And then I do this like exercise where I kind of talk myself into and I'll save this for the 6-phase meditation video next week. But I talk myself out that, okay, I'm going to open my eyes, feeling completely refreshed, feeling better and better. And then I'm ready to go. And then I move on to the next activities for the day. So sorry, I was trying to make this go faster, but eventually I'm going to get these down to 10-minute videos. But thanks for sticking around. I hope you like this video. Leave a comment if there's anything you'd liked, found helpful. Please like the video, share it, subscribe if you're new here. And, just thank you so much for staying this long, and I will catch you next time.